Hello, it's Emma here, and in this little video, I wanted to talk to you about forgiveness. So, for many of us, when it comes to our bodies, we have all been sort of caught in a bit of a trap of body image issues. And so, for a lot of us, we could be dieting all the time, exercising really hard, trying to do all the right things for our bodies, and nothing much changes. And that can be because we're holding on to a lot of old hurt, a lot of old stories, a lot of old beliefs about our body. And if our mind's not really into the whole change for the better, then, the body would find it pretty hard to follow on. So I guess this is kind of a bit metaphysical, but I feel like if you've tried everything and nothing seems to work, then maybe it is more of the mindset stuff that needs to change rather than what you're doing for your body. So this forgiveness ritual is something that I've just stumbled across recently, and I actually think it's a really beautiful way of letting go of a lot of old hurt and anger and sadness and guilt and grief and resentment about our bodies, and just letting ourselves clear all of that and then starting afresh. So I've already written out a massive list of memories and stories about my body, things that I've said to myself, things other people have said to me, things I've done to my body. And it was a really eye-opening experience. And then I've also gone through and I've looked for some patterns, and I've done the forgiveness. So I've looked through every single one of my list. There was probably about 60 or 70 things on the list. And I said for each one, I thought about the situation, the person, whether it was me or somebody else. And I said, I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. So I forgive you for what happened, not necessarily condoning the behavior, but forgiving it. I'm sorry, because often there's two sides to every story, so there might be something that you had to do with that situation. So I forgive you, I'm sorry, thank you for this experience and for allowing me to grow, and I love you because it's beautiful to send out love and compassion to every single person in the world. So even doing that, I feel 100 times lighter. And then when I looked at my patterns, it's really important to reframe those patterns from something negative into something positive. So the rest of it's quite personal, obviously, but I thought I would share with you my few things the few patterns I found and the reframes that I was able to achieve. So the first pattern I had was, it's my fault I've had health problems and my health problems have held me back. So all about sort of my past with endometriosis and things like that. So my reframe is, my health problems have made me the strong and compassionate woman I am today. And isn't that a much nicer way of thinking about things? So my health problems have made me a stronger and compassionate woman, the woman I am today. So that's my first reframe. My second one is all around my big belly. So I've always had a bigger belly, compared to the rest of my body. And I think a lot of that has to do with my endo, but I have ever since I was a little kid. And so my memory or my story around that was, my big belly stops my body from being perfect. And as a personal trainer, people want a perfect body. They want their personal trainer to look perfect. And my reframe around that is, my belly is a part of who I am, and people will love me for every other reason besides my belly. And the other thing I like is that, having a round belly makes me quite womanly. And it also helps me to remember that I'm very well fed, I'm nourished, I'm looked after. I'm actually a very grateful person. So that's a bit long-winded, but I've managed to find a way to be grateful for my little round belly. Okay, my third one is, looking perfect leads to a perfect life. And my reframe around that is, my body is not an ornament, but it is the vehicle to live my dreams and have my own version of a perfect life. So just letting go of needing to look perfect, but still striving for that great life. And my fourth one is, the world values beauty over everything else. And my reframe for this is, beauty comes in many forms. Everyone in the world has some beauty, including me. So they're the 4 reframes, and I will put those somewhere that I see them quite regularly, just so that I can be reminded of the positive things about my body as opposed to the negative ones. So this is a very personal experience. I would love to hear your experience in the comments section, or if it's too personal, but you do want to share with me, then please email me at emma@blueskyhealth.net, because I'd love to hear how you went. So I know this is a little bit out of the box when it comes to being a personal trainer, but I really feel like sometimes it's the mental stuff we need to get over so that we can really strive forward with the physical stuff. So thanks for watching, and I really look forward to speaking to you in my next video.